So I thought I'd jump on. I'm sat here doing some rehearsals for tonight's recording that I'll be doing for Shift Network. And I was thinking it's kind of the ideal opportunity to speak to you all about something that I'm currently going through that's quite a kind of psycho-spiritual meandering too. And that's with regards to us stepping out of our comfort zones and doing things that we don't particularly want to do and things that we might feel are, you know, what's the word? How do I say it? Currently I'm having to kind of do sales pitches for the course I'm doing, and that for me isn't really something that I like to do. I'm quite a different person than that in my own work, in that I feel that energy has its own power and it seeks the people that need it, and the people that come to you to do the work are on the same vibrational wave or attracted to that in some way, shape, or form. And maybe that's a story I've told myself over the years. However, now I'm having to sit and think about who I am and what my work entails and what it does for people and what they will receive from it. It's kind of given me a different view on my work. I can honestly say that I'm being challenged. I feel really uncomfortable doing these recordings, especially in front of a big team. They're late at night because it's mainly an American audience that I have. And yeah, it's just bringing up things for me. I am not used to this, so it's not just something I can show up like this kind of recording I'm used to, and so it doesn't challenge me or worry me in any way, shape, or form. I don't need to do any preparation for it. So, yeah, I've been really thinking about this, and I always know that when I'm in these situations where it's a little bit uncomfortable, where I don't really like what I'm doing, where I'm having a little paddy whack about, oh, this is not really what I like to do, or, this isn't my thing, that it is a place of growth for me. And so I share about it all the time, about making things easy, about us staying in those same little bubbles and those same little circles. And then when perhaps something comes along that challenges us, or we don't particularly, feel like, we might make an excuse or we might justify why we don't want to do it. And believe me, I've had a lot of justifications as why this might not be right for me. And actually, what I'm finding is a very supportive team that is working with me to bring this course into fruition. A team that's really, really focused on how will this help society and how will this help women, and what will they get from it, and does it have a purpose? And that's been the main focus. And I can be honestly open about that. I was worried that in these bigger platforms that isn't always the center of where they come from, that I had this deeper feeling that it might be about money and readership, and it really hasn't been my experience so far with the shift. So I really have met the challenge that's come up and been shown something different that was beyond what I perceived or projected. So that's been really, really good learning for me too. So I suppose what I'm trying to say in this video is, are you doing things that challenge you? Are you doing things that are uncomfortable? Are you really feeling that discomfort, or saying, oh yeah, I'm challenged, but not really, because you're quite happy to do it? So I want you to think about that. Growth is in that challenge, that suffering, that sacrifice. And I've really felt that over the last weeks, while I've been doing literally all my other work's on hold as I prep for these, as I really give this all my focus. I suppose that's where my OCD comes into really good use, is that I can really focus on something and dedicate to it. And that's what I've been doing over the last weeks. These calls have gone into midnight for me, and I've really had to leave my other obligations to one side while I focus on this and do the very best I can. So it's been quite a challenge, and I've had a few hissy fits along the way, but I'm really glad I've stepped into this. And as the recordings are starting to happen now, and I'm coming out my comfort zone in front of a casting audience and a production team, I am having to put on a different persona and a different voice, and that feels very strange for me. The teacher definitely is getting her voice in me, but there's a new part of me forming. I can feel her, and I'm happy to meet this new part of me. So who's the new part of you that you will meet through a challenge or stepping into something that you might have been putting off or avoiding because it makes you a bit uncomfortable? I'd love to hear. Please share under the video if you feel to. But until the next time, bye for now.